Peace, family, and welcome to Intentional Wisdom 101, where we focus on providing actionable insight for growth in today's society. I'm your guide, Coach C, and I will be sowing seeds of distinction on similar concepts with truly differing impacts. Now listen, I am not here to influence you. I'm simply here for us to grow together and in 10 minutes or less. So let's get to it. Today's topic, unconditional love versus conditional love. Now, there's a common misconception that love is love, but I want to clear up front that simply is not true. Because just like so many other things in life, there's levels to this thing that we call love. A word so misused and misunderstood, which makes it even more important to understand which level or type of love you're using, how you're using it, and its karmic consequences. I mean, think about it. The love that you show and have for your mom versus your significant other, or a friend versus a stranger, it makes you think for a minute. Well, what truly is the difference between these levels of love that exist? But before we explore that, I want to let you know that gaining this new insight and perspective is vital to maximizing the positive potential of any situation when connecting with others in your day-to-day life. Because perspective is truly the fine line between actually living versus just maintaining. Now, of course, there's many perspectives in life, but there's often a thin layer of truth within each and every one of them. The 2% truth. The actuality of what you're perceiving is what connects you to your intuition. And the thing is, a 1 degree shift in perspective can transform you from an unfulfilled to thriving life. So let's find the 2% truth of it all. What is the 2% truth of unconditional love versus conditional love? Well, conditional love is a maintaining mindset. It's what feels good in the moment based on others' reactions to your input. Lack of confidence in the vision and execution, if you will. So when you envision yourself having a great day and say someone cut you off in traffic, I don't know, maybe they were rushing to an important event, but that one event allows you to carry a sour mood all day long, right? I wonder how many blessings you block, or we all block every single day. Conditional love manifests in grudges, manipulation, emotional reactions versus intuition-based, which require you being present. Conditional love focuses on the intended outcome, attaching you and your actions to the actions of others. Whereas unconditional love is a living and thriving mindset, and it starts from within through unconditional love of self, meaning you're free from attachment to the outcome of showing love to others, meaning for your love to be unconditional, you need no reason to show it aside from honoring the God power in others, even when they cannot see it within themselves. Now, this doesn't mean that you degrade yourself or take less than your worth from others. No one is saying that, because you gotta love yourself. It means your actions are attached to your authentic essence and existence versus how someone else perceives you. And conditional love is like bondage. It's like a constricted feeling, It makes me think about being strapped into a roller coaster, right? You want that jump extra tight because all the damn flips and all the turns and the tunnels. Man, them rides be so wild, yeah. And conditional love is like trying to control a roller coaster as the rider. You are not the captain now, family, when you're moving in a place of conditional love. But when I think of a perspective of unconditional love and what that brings, it makes me think of my clients. Anytime a client of mine discusses this topic with me, they always say that the non-attachment gives them this weightless feeling when they're moving from a place of unconditional love. It's almost like they're rooted now in their authentic selves and not trying to allow anything outside of themselves to move or to sway them. Almost as if their growth has allowed them to branch out and move with the wind versus being moved by the wind, which is vital. And when you live a life and move with unconditional love, you truly become the master of your fate and destiny and purpose. You gain clarity and appreciation for the small things you can control, and you do them to the best of your ability. And you show yourself and others grace to grow. Intentional living allows you to become the cause versus always being affected. As for conditional love, if your emotions are in the driver's seat, family, then brakes are probably cut. And that's when things seem out of control, when they don't go as planned because it's not what you envisioned. But you do know you can pivot, fam. In fact, you must master the art of the pivot because there's so much that's outside of our control. And you got to think for yourself, what's more important to you? The outcome or the journey? It makes me think of the parable of the prodigal son. You know, the father showed unconditional love to his son, despite the many dishonoring acts that the son committed against the father. You know, the story goes that a son asks his father for his inheritance. Then he goes and recklessly wastes it on temporary pleasures and happiness. But the father still takes him back in all his failure, missteps, and clouded vision. Now we don't know what caused the son to do what he did, as we don't with other situations, because we are not them. And even then, none of that truly matters, because all you can do is choose whether you want to bring positive, unconditional love to the situation to help foster space for peace and growth, or you can take an already fragile situation and break it with conditions. Because conditions and expectations are so heavy, right? Now, as we come to a close, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is a major Hindu deity known as the god of protection, compassion, tenderness, and you guessed it, love. To love without condition, to talk without intention, to give without reason, to care without expectation. That is the spirit of true love. Now, I truly appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I bless you peace and prosperity in all your endeavors. And next time you take an action, ask yourself, how am I moving in love? Love and light, family. Y'all be blessed.